So you want to add security to your home, to your property through some cameras, and you're trying to figure out, should I go with wireless or the hardwired system? And today we're taking a look at this system by Onwote. This is a hardwired system into your home and looking at why maybe this is a better option than wireless. So let's get into it. So a hardwired system like this one from Onwote is going to be more reliable. It's going to be more secure. You're not going to have batteries or the internet compared to a wireless system where you're going to have those things. It's not going to be as secure. But of course, the advantage of a wireless system is that it's a lot easier to install. However, today we're going to talk about the installation of a hardwired system like this one from Onwote. So Onwote was kind enough to send this to me to review, to test, and to install, and I want to bring you along as we do that today. So we're going to go ahead and unbox this right now. So we got this all laid out now. We've got a 2 terabyte, 8-channel NVR. We've got 4 4K cameras, and these cameras, they've got a lot of adjustment to them. You can rotate, move these around. These will have lights, audio, all kinds of stuff built into the cameras, which is really nice. You also have 4 of these Cat5 60-foot long cables. Each one of these comes with a waterproof connector. And they also come with a template. So if you need to use a template, if you're putting this on a soffit on your house or somewhere else, and you need a little template to put, where you're going to screw this onto, then you use one of those. Also comes with a quick user guide, a support and warranty manual, and installation instructions. So all of that is included in this kit. What it does not include is a monitor and an HDMI cable. So you have to find that somewhere else. I did purchase a monitor and an HDMI cable. I'll leave a link for what I purchased down below. And also went ahead and set that up. So all we got to do now is install this on our home. So as I'm looking at my home, I'm trying to figure out the best spots for these cameras. And I think for sure I want to put one over on this corner over here. And it can look out over the main drive right here. The problem that I have is that where I'm setting the center up and the monitor and all that is kind of down below underneath in our basement area. And so I definitely want to set one up in this corner, and where these lights are, probably somewhere next to those lights somewhere. I've got to figure that out. So in the back of the home, I definitely want to have something back here. And like I said, the monitor and all that, where the system's going to be, is kind of through this area, this bottom room. And so somewhere probably under here, facing out toward the back of the home, is where I'm going to put that one. If I'm able to do it, I'd like to put one over here on this side, although it's just some trees, but it might be nice to have something on this side and something on the other side. But again, for me, the primary 2 things are on the front and the back. They do detect cars, they do detect people, and they kind of isolate those out. And like I said, there's sound, there's lights on those. So we're going to try to figure some of this out as we go along, but thought I'd just bring you along with me. Of course, we do have other security. All right, so I got the system set up. I just wanted to test it and make sure that it worked before I went and started to drill holes in the house and that kind of thing. So what I've done, and it was actually pretty simple, is I used the user manual and the guide, and it was pretty easy walking through the process. And so you can see here, I'll turn you around, you can see here, this is a 17-inch monitor. Zoom in a little bit. And so I set up 4 cameras, one there, and there. Different places you can see me right there in where I am right now. So yeah, so I set this up in this little kind of basement area. Here's the actual system. It did come with a mouse, and what you can do is I can right click and I can go to the menu. I can do you can draw a code, and I'm going to turn this away just for a second. Draw this, all right, and it unlocks the screen, and from this screen you can do a wide variety of things. Your network configurations, storage, setup, alarms, all that good kind of stuff. And then to just go back to the screen, click exit, and there is your 4 cameras. So it does work super. It's just a plug and play kind of system. So again, you got the main thing here, the main unit, and on the back, got my HDMI cable going up to the 17-inch monitor. And again, I'll leave a link for what I purchased here. To the back, the mouse, and then the 4 actual wires here. These Cat 5 cables are 60 feet long. Again, I just got them spooled up down here and going to different places around the my basement just to kind of test it. But yeah, I just kind of put a little shelf up just to hold that. I'm sure I might tweak some of this or the arrangement, but that I just want to make sure that it was actually, you know, actually working. So what I'll do now is I will go around and start actually installing the cameras. So to install this, you just put this little plate on here that comes on the back of these, and then these just turn. These just turn, let's see here, something like that. And then these should do that. Cool. So obviously this is, I mentioned earlier, looking over the backyard. Plan from here is to run the cable. I'll just connect this under here and then run the cable under this this wall. Got a nice little bird's nest up here. Huh. Don't disturb them. But go through that wall into the crawl space. So that's next. All right, I want to show you how this waterproof connector works. So basically slide this piece, screw that, or slide that piece down. Got a little kind of gasket, rubber gasket. You can just kind of put that on like that. And then this goes through that. By the way, if you have to get that back through, it's going to be hard to get that back through. Trust me, I just learned. So what you have to do is take like a very small screwdriver like this and push that tab down as you're pulling it back through. So just FYI on that. So now once this is like this, all these pieces here come together and this little gasket fits inside of those little prongs. And then this comes and screws down like that. So that's how that works. This thing screws onto this eventually. There's another little gasket right there, so like that. So then it's all sealed. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect this up here. So now this is connected here. Got it in that waterproof kind of connecting piece. I'll just put this and I'll run the cable along the wall and through the crawl space. All right, I drilled a hole in the soffit and just got a coat hanger. I can use a different kind of snake or something. Sorry, it's kind of dark right here. But yeah, just up here in the attic. And you gotta be careful where you step in the attic. Make sure it's not on the insulation, but on the rafters, or if you've got something like this, so you don't fall through. So be careful. But yeah, pull this up. And now I'm gonna run this line over and down to the, I don't know what I'm going to call it, control center. We'll go with that. All right, so I've got the camera set up now, and I want to share some thoughts about this whole process and also how to set up your computer and your phone real quick. But before I do that, you know, the difficulty, of course, with a system like this is running all the wires and, you know, crawling through the attic, all that kind of stuff. And it's summertime right now for me, so attic time in summer is not my favorite. So I try to pick one part of it to do in the morning. But anyway, that's part of it, is using a wire system. However, there's so many other advantages as a closed network system. You don't have to connect this to the internet, but there's a lot of other features that are really helpful if you do. But you know, it wasn't that difficult to set up. You know, actually putting on the cameras. You know, on the back, you saw me putting it on the flat surface of that beam and that joist. But I realized after I did that the actual camera angle, the swivel parts, didn't really do too well on that, and so I mounted it underneath. So I couldn't really find a best way to do the camera angle from a side position. I'm sure there is, but I just couldn't find it. But so it worked great. So I just put it underneath, and that was just fine. So you saw the one on the front as well. It looks out over the driveway, and that's great. So all that's just fine. Now I want to show you this real quick. You can see here. Let me zoom you in just a little bit here. Now, obviously, I could set up 2 more cameras, and I'm still thinking about where I want to put those. Maybe on the sides. I don't know. I can be creative with those other 2. But here's obviously the front. Here is the back, and you know, you can see some movement of leaves and that kind of thing right now. So that is it's working just fine. What you can do is you can, again, play with this, right click and bring up the menu. And again, I'm going to turn you away just for a second while I put in my code, bring this back, and it has all the stuff that I showed you earlier. But now I've connected this to the internet. So I ran from the router, I ran an Ethernet cable here, and now it is connected. And so just put the Ethernet cable back here, and so it's now connected. And the reason for that is so that you can use this on a mobile device, your iPhone or whatever, or a computer, and I'll show you that right now. So I'm going to show you how you can install the app Guard Station onto your computer. I've got a Mac. You can also do this obviously with a PC, but just go to support over here. This is obviously onwote.com. And go to Download Center and go to Software and click your series. This is mine right here. And then down here you can see software for Mac or PC. For mine is Mac, and then you click Download and you get this app, which I've put down here at the bottom. Let's see, pull this up, and you can see my 2 screens right here. Pretty handy from my computer. So once you go through the process, you register. There's and of course the manual explains how to do all of this. So just follow the manual, and it's not hard at all. Again, you can do this not only on a desktop or a laptop like this, but you can also do this on your phone as well. So for the phone, just find Guard Viewer on your App Store. Go ahead and download that. Register. You can just walk through the user manual on this. And again, you have to be connected. Your NVR station has to be connected to the internet to do this. But once you do, just walk through the steps, and then you can open up. You add your device and open up, and there it is. So you can see the 2 cameras on the front and on the back. So it's pretty straightforward. I didn't have any issues doing this. Well, I hope it's been helpful for you today. And if you're thinking about putting in a security system really, there's so many advantages of doing just a hardwired system. The one disadvantage is the time it takes and the effort to wire it in. So if you can do that, or there's an easy way for you to do that, or you can hire someone to do that, then I would highly recommend just doing a wired system. But I'll drop a link down for them below, and you can click on that link, and that'd be really helpful for us, for them. But really appreciate you and what you do for us and your support for our channel. And if you've not already done so, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate you and your support, and we'll see you on the next video.